on my feet someday.
Don't care if you do, cause it's understood. You ain't got no money, you just ain't no good.
Well, I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Well,
Don't you come back no more.
what you said?
Don't you come back no more.
I didn't understand
Don't you come back no more.
you. You can't mean that.
Don't you come back.
Oh, now, baby, please.
Don't you come back no more.
What you trying to do to me?
Special good evening to you in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, regionally and internationally. It's Tuesday, and whenever it's Tuesday, it's the feedback program, and the feedback program is normally hosted by Kingsley the Freitas, and it is sponsored by Basil's Bar. A special good evening to you wherever you are. A special good evening to you who've been preparing to listen to this program. We are here and we took your advice seriously that whenever we can make it, we call in advance, but we could make it, so that's why we're here. Well, you know, I made no bones and no apology that before the last election, I did support the NDP, and I was hoping that they win the election, and they won the election. But I am not a party fanatic who think about just winning. But before the last election, a lot of Vincentians got the impression that the NDP will deliver on lots of promises they made during the course of the election. And you see lots of Vincentians, of course, lots of Vincentians voted for the NDP in the last election. And people, the majority of Vincentians who voted in the last election voted for the NDP. And you may say, how I come to that conclusion? The NDP won 14 of the elected seats in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dr. Gonsalves and the European only won one. And that speaks volume. That tells you that people were hoping and they want the impression to be alive that the NDP will deliver and things. But I find myself in kind of position sometime whenever I go anyway and I speak, people recognize your voice and they ask me if the NDP is fulfilling my wish. Well, I don't have a wish because I never really, but everybody in St. Vincent know that I have a soft spot for the former Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who is now the opposition leader, not because he said to me during the course of the election that he don't want me to support him because he considered me being useless and I'm a blight. And he said he didn't want me to blight him. So, but I don't know if that's the reason why he lost. But for some reason, Vincentians were convinced that the ULP, after 24 years, 8 months in office, became complacent. And it appears from the elections that took place that most Vincentians got fed up of Dr. Gonsalves and sent him a clear message. I was hoping that the NDP win the election 8-7 because it had about 7 seats that I don't think that they should have lost, but something went wrong when I see the ULP lost the election 14-1. And the one that they won is one of the 7 seats I was hoping that they win in the last election. And I get I am put in a particular spot sometimes. People meet me and ask me, what is my expectation of the NDP now they are in government? Well, they made some promises and you could hold them to length with their promises. And if you have any shortfalls from the NDP, you have a choice to individualize them and call them. Because let me tell you something. Israel Bruce, when he sat as senator and he shadowed the ministry that he is now supervising, the Ministry of Agriculture, did make a lot of promises. And he said, when the NDP win the government and they won, they will concentrate on a lot of feeder roads. And I used to go to the country quite often, Mongadan and Lowmans, and when I meet people, I ask them about the problems with the feeder roads, and they say that Israel Bruce made them a promise and he will deliver on them. But I am not in a position to speak for you in the countryside. You are in a better position, and you could tell us right here on WFM if the NDP has delivered on the promises that Israel Bruce made while he was the shadow minister of agriculture. And he spoke about feeder roads. He talked about incentive. We had duty-free vehicle prescribed to persons who are farmers and had some sort of lands involved in farming. So I don't know if those things were in place, but I know that inputs used to be available. I know that the incentive were given for farmers to obtain duty-free concession during the last administration, but I can't speak to anything in terms of feeder roads, inputs, and other things that are available today from the new Minister of Agriculture, Israel Bruce. But you're the one who will determine if you living in Lauders and Long Peace and all those places in the countryside who do farming for the life you live in. You can call us at 4579997, or you could send us a WhatsApp and let us know if the Minister of Agriculture did demonstrate the promises he made and do they manifest themselves. And then we had the current minister from Central Leeward, I think Mr. Huggins. He spoke about the impact of the blackfish and other fish feeding industry in Central Leeward. We still are waiting. We're hoping that people who live in that area and for some reason supported it and our promises will call and let us know if the Honorable Minister made any contribution in terms of promises that he made. And you know, when I went through the election time, because I have to pass through Kelloqua before I go home because I'm living in Fairhall, I used to see Mrs. Vidox every single day. And you may say, do you see her? Well, the picture that they stick up at Mrs. Gawley house is still there. So I see the pictures, but I haven't seen her physically in the area. Not saying that she's not there, never met her. And I can remember listening to her, and she said, I wonder if she knows that there are 2 top quality restaurants in the area. I'm referring to Four Shells, and there's an Indian restaurant just opposite where the former Prime Minister, deceased Robert Milton Keita, used to live. And you can't help but noticing that the restaurants are there. Why? When you reach the Kelloqua area, you could smell the drains opposite Four Shells. And I can remember hearing Miss Vidox say that when she becomes an elected parliamentarian, they will do what it is in their power to make sure that those 2 drains are nicely kept. And she did draw it to some of our attention in the area that the debris that is left and the area adjacent to the Calico playing field, lots of plastic bottles and things. I'm not too sure if she keep those promises. I mentioned 3 promises I could recall. That did you see that she will make sure that the drain opposite Full Shells is properly clean, and the one down by the Indian restaurant, and the debris left on the fish market area where people ply their trade. And you hear people complain, and they may have a right about their complaint. Some people may say, well, I don't have a problem with the complaint, but they don't think enough time, the honeymoon period of the NDP will give you enough time so they could get some of the basic things negotiate. You know, I'm not complaining, but I'm just responding to when people meet me and say, are you satisfied with what taking place? Well, I can't say yes, I'm satisfied. I could say yes, I'm disappointed that the actions that I expect is not as forthcoming as they ought to be. And then when I remember the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Lowe Friday, he spoke importantly as the shadow minister of tourism. And he's a Beckwith man, and Beckwith, a lot of traffic to Beckwith in terms of our tourism product. And I've not been hearing, I noticed Mrs. Audrey Scott and a couple of few people making commentary that the tourism product is prolonging. I am hoping to hear the appointment of the new CEO of the Tourism Authority, and I'm hoping when that person is appointed, she will bring a whole heap of combination effort to the job. If you've been paying attention last week program, you may find out gradually who is the person they have in mind to give that particular job, okay? And then we had so much promises made by Dr. Friday. I think I heard him make and which I at that time considered to be an irresponsible statement in relation to Taiwan and China. I think I can quote him word for word, so I'm paraphrasing. I get the understanding that he was saying if and when he become Prime Minister, he will suggest to the now Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and Foreign Investment what will be our position on Taiwan and what will be our position mainland China. I'm still waiting, and I have not been hearing anything coming from Dr. Friday as the leader and Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on his issue of the foreign policies. He also spoke about investing in, as Ralph Gonsalves said, call it selling passport. We haven't heard him speak on that. We haven't heard him speak on the issue and the importance of the amount of Vincentians who are studying and working in Taiwan. So we are still waiting. So when you hear these complaints that I'm making, I'm not for one reason suggesting that the NDP is not doing anything. But these promises was surfaced during the course of the election. And if you hear people complain about them, people have a right to complain because the Vincentian populate voted for the NDP based on some of these promises. And while some people may say, well, it's too early to cry like cry baby, bigger bigs on them and see what is happening. But hey, lots of people who used to comment on Facebook and Nice Radio and everywhere used to give us the impression, just give the NDP the chance, they will deliver. One person who I know should speak here at morning, I haven't heard him for some time, is Dave Roberts. Dave used to give the impression that the NDP is going to deliver on their promises, and there wouldn't be no need for us to query about the promises. Then we had one guy live so many states. It's called him Max. Max used to call at all the radio station, here, there, and everywhere, campaigning and saying what he expect from the NDP in government. And then we have this Craig Loud talk guy called Jeffrey Providence. Now, he comes over like he's so disappointed that he can't get his way. And when I listen to Patrick's song that he sing this year, I wonder if Jeffrey Providence is the one who write that song for him. Then we had Big Samuel. Remember him? Oh my Lord. He said he had the solution to get rid of all the problems that the people in Mesopotamia were facing. And we see that I don't think it's his influence why the Minister of Education won that seat. I think that people just wanted a change, and they make a change from Jimmy Prince to Mr. Jackson. Then my cousin who is listening, my cousin from Nice Radio, Dougie the Freitas, he campaigned for the NDP for 24 years and 8 months before the NDP won the election. Today, I am sitting and wondering if the NDP give him any thoughts or any reward for the effort that he made. We know that he did a lot. We know that he paid some sacrifice in terms of people who sat on his station and made irresponsible statements, and they were forced by the court to pay some fine. Then we had Colin Graham, who I thought would have been the press secretary. And then we had Board Francois, Idle Adams. They speak 24/7 every day. They cry like a baby. They say all kind of negative things about Ralph Gonsalves. Now, they are in office. You don't hear from Board France anymore. You hardly recognize Colin Graham. Sometimes you hear Ida Adams still on the radio station. It's have a guy that I know, I think he's from Liu. His name is Carlisle Douglas. His father used to be a policeman, and they call him Cushyhead. He cry every Saturday morning, alongside Dove Howard. Dove Howard is from Edinburgh, and his father was a good person. He used to cry for everything. Then we had Margaret London. That name sound familiar? I don't know. I don't know what sort of reward she got for sticking around. I think she's still on Nice Radio on Saturday and Friday morning. And then, yes, if you didn't know, you know, Brittany Horn, a view from the outside. Yeah, he and I are related by mothers. His mother was a wonderful person. You may say, I am saying that because she's my auntie. No, but she was a well-disciplined person. She had professional ethics, how she used to do her. In those days, we used to call it trafficking and speculating and things like that. And we don't hear the view from the outside because now he's somewhere in England doing Senior Lewis' job. Well, he campaigned for that, so he deserves it. But just to let you know, the amount of people who cry, are they being rewarded? Are they being compensated? Some people may say yes. Are they sharing a part of the compensation with you? Because a man he listen to you and he say, I deserve to be on a board. I deserve to be on a board of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so we have to thank WFM and Basil Bar for continuing to allow me to be here every Tuesday night. And that what is important is the development of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I have no personal achievement. If they make me an offer and it is considerable wealthy, I will take it. But to go and have a cry baby like Dave Roberts and Max and Jeffrey Providence and Bigger Biggs and Dougie the Freitas, Ward France and Karen Graham and people, I definitely don't have that agenda in terms of putting my agenda first. My agenda is about development of the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we touched briefly on Israel Bruce. We touched briefly on the young man from Central Leeward. We touched on Dr. Godwin Friday as opposition leader, now Prime Minister, and we're hoping that we would see some of the promises that the NDP made during and before the last election, that they will bear fruit and people could call and say, well, this is happening. But I find myself in a particular position sometimes where I have to be critical and I have to observe. And if I don't think that, Kishaka Cupid, when he came up and his name was mentioned to be the candidate of choice, former Prime Minister daughter Louise Michel did come around and show her interest. But because of the ties that we grew up in our area, we know Kishaka Cupid, I let her know upfront that we are going to concentrate on a homegrown boy like how we had Curtis King. So we did show our support against him. He made few promises too, but I hardly see him and hear him these days, so I don't know where he is and what he's doing in terms of the ministry that he has. If he made promises, of course he made some promises. I hope, but he has to remind himself that Curtis did the same thing before he was elected, and people of that constituency did expect some handsome reward from Curtis, but Curtis did disappoint them and they changed him. Kishaka Cupid have to remember that and remind himself that he had deal with Vincent who could go to the polls and vote for an individual or a party of choice who they think will have their own interests at parliamentary. So Kings, you say you voted for Kishaka Cupid? No, I didn't vote for Kishaka Cupid, but I did support him. I had and we have a call. Let's go through the line and there. Good evening. Good evening.
Opening batsman.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Hey, Queens. How you doing, brother?
Opening batsman.
Yes, man.
But Francois, he's not on radio no more. You know, he got a promotion. I don't know what position he get, but he got a position, so that's why I don't hear him no more.
Well, so he's not on Nigeria speaking for the commentary for the NDP anymore?
No. I'm calling on I guess filling those Mondays.
Oh, okay.
Because he got a promotion, some job. I don't know what job he got, so they didn't say.
Okay.
So that's understandable for him not being on no more, you know.
But here's something last week. He said that the apologist is Kojo for the NDP, for the ULP, and
I said so, yeah.
So what you are, the apologist for the NDP?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
No, no apology. I criticize NDP. I criticize both NDP and ULP.
Okay, that's nice.
You hear me criticize Colin Graham, already when I was about to criticize NDP. So you would never hear Kojo criticize ULP, but you would hear me criticize NDP.
Okay, that's nice.
For example, that position in Canada, it took too long for them to come up with that position, the Consul General of Canada. Almost 6 months, I think that's too long.
Well, I tell you something, right? I did recommend one of my cousins, the nephew of Dougie the Freitas. So I did recommend, and I am disappointed that the NDP didn't take my thoughts on Mr. De Freitas Jr., but they have somebody they know and I met somebody from Beckley, and all the saying to me that the young man is qualified. I'm not questioning his qualification. What I'm questioning is his humility and his adaptability to be somebody who understands the cry of poor people and what should be their responsibilities when they're at the job. Because let me tell you something, we could be critical of the former consulate Fitzhuggins, but when he stood there, he did do his party justice and he did do the job justice. So I'm looking for somebody to have similar tendencies like him when it comes to doing their job. Go ahead.
You said somebody said that the NDP should have gave you a position. Is it that guy from Brooklyn? The guy who usually calls in the morning and cut him off? He always complain about Doug Howard? Is it that guy?
No, I'm not too sure, but this guy always call and say that I should be on a board. So I'm hoping that
The guy who say he all talking about Leacock all the time.
Yeah,
He
said.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Right. He's ridiculous. Yesterday he called Nice Radio when Leacock was on and said Leacock is out the country, traveling out the country too much. And Leacock say he only been out the country 4 times. That's not a lot of time. 4 times for the year.
But
The leader of the opposition been out the country at least a dozen times since November 27th. Right now he's out the country for 2 weeks. He say he's going to Barbados, England, and Ghana. Every minute he's out the country. He's in St. Lucia, he's in Guyana, he's in Antigua, he's in America, he's in England, he's in Jamaica. He's all over the place, and the guy ain't had nothing to say about that. But he's complaining about Leacock.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Well, I believe some of these expenditure by Dr. Gonsalves are being funded by him, and he
covered.
And he
probably got them covered by organization. Probably covered there.
And he can afford.
I don't think it coming out of his pocket. I don't think it come out of his pocket.
And he can afford to do that because he's been around for a while, and he should accumulate enough funds to do those things that he's currently doing. Okay, so let's not be like people just criticize. Let's see it for what it was, because let's face it. Some people may not like Ralph Gonsalves, but when Dr. Friday is having his moments, he have to remember how, when, and what, because the person who is going to be opposition is Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. And Friday knows that Ralph Gonsalves is not a walk in the park, so you will understand the importance of Dr. Gonsalves as leader of the opposition. Right?
Friday and Eustace wasn't out the country as much as Gonsalves is out the country now as leader of the opposition. He wasn't out the country that much like how he is out now, Dr. Gonsalves.
Well, here's something, Queens. I believe that Ralph Gonsalves is the Tony Blair of England. Tony Blair sat as
of St. Vincent.
Yeah, he's the Tony Blair of St. Vincent, because when Tony Blair sat as Prime Minister, right? I did made a comment and say, whenever he left as Prime Minister, he's going to have a lot of job to do consultation. Don't be surprised that Dr. Gonsalves is currently engaging people who are trying to seek out some of his wisdom, okay? Don't be surprised.
Yeah, he said he's been called to give speeches in various places. Just like the former president, like Obama gets he go all over the world giving speeches, and he make a good money out of it.
So if Dr. Gonsalves is our Tony Blair and Obama, I am welcoming the move, because I think Dr. Gonsalves have that knowledge, wealth of experience to share with people in St. Vincent, regionally and internationally.
That same guy, if Eustace on Friday was out the country every minute, he would be complaining. Let me say, when Eustace and Friday was in opposition, if they were out the country as much as Dr. Gonsalves is out the country now, that same guy from Brooklyn would have been complaining.
Yeah, I hope.
But he had nothing to say about Dr. Gonsalves traveling all over the place. But Eustace, but Leacock go out 4 times for the year, and he got a problem with that. These people are really hypocrites around.
But if you,
I hope you're listening, and I hope you listen.
Yeah, if Friday was out 4 to 5 times, we have to remind ourselves the nature of Leacock's job as Minister of National Security. That will take some some traveling and some sharing experience with other people. So I would not criticize Fred Leacock being out of St. Vincent and Grenadines because it's probably the nature of his job.
Yeah, that's a hypocrite. One more thing. You go to the council meeting, ULP council meeting at Russell some weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
They did that. There wasn't hostile to you, the ULP supporters.
I went there expecting that, but to be honest with you, I was surprised with the response, and I got some welcome from some executive people, and they were looking for people with different choice of opinion. So I think that it was well nice, and I told my friend some time ago, he's listening, he's from the Fountainville Road, he know that I was surprised. And the crowd response was relatively welcoming, and it was well behaved and well articulate and disciplined. It was really good.
And was all the losing candidates there, the 14 losing candidates? Do you know if all of them showed up?
I saw a few. I don't think I see the 14 because I didn't see. I don't know if you were there. Grenville Williams. I didn't see Grenville Williams. I didn't see the guy from Mr. Williams from the Grenadines. So, but most of them
might be out the country.
Yeah.
All right. So later then. All right. Bye.
Thanks, Queen. Thanks for calling.
Okay.
457-99-97, 532-99-97. We seem to have another caller. Good evening.
English?
Hey, Lavon.
What do you want to do with your boy?
Right, I stayed home today. I didn't leave home until I left to come here to this. I had a wonderful day in terms of water and the plants. Everything was okay.
Okay. Okay, well, I heard Queens of calling and questioning about Ras Gonsalves and his traveling. Ras Gonsalves not take government money for going in.
I don't
get that straight.
Yeah, but I don't think Queens was being malicious. I think Queens was just responding to this guy.
You understand?
Yes.
Well, if you're talking to the guy Captain Dr. Ras Gonsalves' name, because Ras Gonsalves could travel from now till December, he have it. You understand?
Yes.
And now is the time he in a position and he get trying to go out where he want to go. Don't study him. It's his money. If you want to go out the country 10, 14, 20 times, it's his business. And the reason why the man must be talking about Leacock is because Leacock going away and ain't bringing back nothing. And I nothing to say. But when Ras Gonsalves go away and come back, he go on a trip where somebody might tell him they want him to lecture there and lecture hey.
Yeah.
What happened? Will he be a watchman for Ras Gonsalves? me who's the pitbull now watchman for him. Is he a watchman for him? Just right off the man back. The man in opposition, he enjoying life. He doing the work of the opposition. And wherever he want to go, he go. Nobody is supposed to watch over him. He ain't spending government money. He's spending his own money. He can afford to go anywhere he want to go.
No, I agree with you, Lavon. I get the impression that the expenditure that Raf is acquiring over these travel is his monies. And if it is organization, it doesn't matter.
Yes. What you want to do, he do.
Yes.
And he ain't just spending it on himself. He helping out a lot of people still. A lot of people he helping. Even though he's still in opposition, even though he's in opposition, he helping a lot. And a lot of you don't know, but Ras Gonsalves is helping a lot of people. And he watch so long National Council meeting finish. Done. He's still asking who was there. Yes, everybody was there. Except one. Who was not on the stage was in the crowd sitting.
Okay.
You want to know? And as Kingsley tell you, they welcome him.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's not a party for who want carry on. We might make little jokes, but we don't carry on like how NDP does carry on what place. We don't do that.
Yeah.
If somebody come to somewhere, they start to boo them and 41 and all and stupid as snake. You understand?
Yes.
When we see you, we're going to make a little joke here, we done. We don't carry on with nothing. UIP is the best and the only prime minister we had in St. Vincent Grand is Dr. Ralphie Gonsalves, and he's still the prime minister. I don't care who want to talk. And he gone away, and the man could go, if he come today and he want to go again tomorrow, it's his business, it's his money.
Yes.
Don't watch his money.
Yes.
Don't watch his money. It's not the time for spending money. So don't watch it.
Yes. Okay, Lavon.
They're going on too much with the man.
Yes.
What?
They get,
He was a big man.
they get the
He
message.
didn't quarrel, he didn't carry on. He is the only person when he see it and he accept it. He accept and he said to us that he ain't backing down. He going in as opposition leader. And we're so glad for him because he just end like nuts on the radio on Mondays and Wednesdays. Some things that we don't know, he just make us know. So just right after Rab Gonsalves back, eh? Just right after back. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Lavon. Well, we seem to have another call. Good evening.
Kingsley,
Good evening.
Kingsley, I still want to get on a board. I want to put you on a board, okay?
Well, I just told Queen that you campaigned for me, so I hope that your campaigning voice don't fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, but Queen needs to stop. Queen's come like anti-mall. I want to tell you, man.
He could
We
answer
call
you.
it Hot 97, we call it board. We call it, I call an Africa for question. And coming and really to talk about that, we can traveling too much. We can go to Trinidad to ask for advice about crime. And Trinidad have the most crime.
Well, that's
So,
probably why he went there, because of the experience that they have with crime, man.
Experience, but come on, Kingsley. You look at somebody who a country like Grenada, ask Grenada about the crime. Not Trinidad and Jamaica.
So
So
let me ask you this: you have a problem with the frequency that that Sinclair Leacock is traveling as?
He traveling too much. You need to do virtual. Like the technology come to now.
Okay.
You don't have to travel.
So
You could just do a virtual thing on Facebook.
Okay. Right.
You know, WhatsApp.
Well, I saw him at the airport on Monday, and he
Because you don't travel again.
no, he came to do some inspection with the issue of security at the airport, and he was being accompanied by the security personnel and the CEO of the airport. So he was there. So I know that he's listening to the program, and he will hear all your comments, and he could respond to them.
You need to quiet that guy. They need to quiet that guy because I need destruction on NDP, you know.
You think so?
Of course. Why do you think national security and deputy prime minister? Yeah? You have to not be very going on.
I remember him saying that he wanted to be the Minister of National Security.
There's a reason for everything, Kingsley.
Yes.
Because attitude alone tell you we can want to control everything.
Well, he must have
You
some.
come down from there.
Well, the people of Central Kingston would be the persons responsible for doing that, not supporters like the ELP like you. You all just have to watch
Queen watching Ralph Gonsalves traveling. He know all around the world, everybody know him. So you know in opposition, they must welcome him because he's an influence on other people.
No, I agree with you that Dr. Gonsalves has some influence, he has some experience, and people need to tap into the thoughts of the experience that he have and try to get them to see if you could use that knowledge to help.
But who would know Dr. Friday and Mr. Eustace when they criticize every business person, every person who has the business investing, they criticize it. They think a person want to come and invest. They think the criticism want to come and invest.
Well, let's hope over a period of time, Dr. Friday as Prime Minister will develop that same reputation like Ralph Gonsalves, where people will pursue him to get information when the time is right. So let's see if you match.
Maybe he can't do it, you know. But people are around here, like Leacock and Shallow and all of them. Couldn't have a good night, eh?
Okay, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate you. All right. 4579997. You have another call? Yeah, good evening.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This is Augustine Ferdinand speaking.
Hey, good afternoon, Foreman. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate you.
I have been following the discussion surrounding the leader of the opposition and his overseas visits. I just want to inform your listeners that the opposition leader is overseas due to his role as senior advisor to the repair campaign.
Okay.
When he was in Barbados, there was a CARICOM meeting on reparations with few heads of governments, of which he also attended that meeting.
Yes.
And currently he is in Ghana at an international reparations meeting. I am hoping that your listeners can be appreciative of the fact that former Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves spearheaded CARICOM's effort on the reparations movement. If we can recall, in 2013, they held their first meeting at the Methodist Church Hall,
Yes.
where the commission was actually established. So it should not be a surprise to any Vincentian or any of your listeners that in this capacity, even as leader of the opposition, he continues to spearhead this effort on an international scale.
But I think the people them who are questioning him is being political, because you and I know that Ralph Gonsalves have the ability to speak on any issue that arises related to St. Vincent and Grenadines regionally, internationally, and we have to afford him that privilege, because Dr. Gonsalves is a wealth of knowledge and people want to be informed, and they have to use him to get the message across if they think is right. So if I were you, I will not worry about the negatives, but I think that you should respond to them as the research officer for the Prime Minister. I think it is
Yes,
a good
because
point.
I gather some persons felt as if he's abroad, maybe joyriding or leisure or relaxing himself. He's actually doing these visits for the cause of the Caribbean and this movement,
Yes, yes,
which he has championed as Prime Minister and even before that.
yes. Because we know
Okay,
we know the effort he made with the issue of reparation, where he had
Precisely.
me and your mutual friend headed that committee one time, and sometimes I
Yes.
often wonder why we fall out with these political issues, because of the personality don't have time to acknowledge that Dr. Gonsalves did extremely good job and negotiate those thoughts quite nicely when he was Prime Minister. Yes.
Yes. So I just called to put this clarification there. I'm not going to comment on the visits of the ministers. Taxpayers will make that decision on their own, whether they believe that we are receiving benefits from these visits. But I just wanted to make this clarification on a program for the listeners.
And we appreciate you calling from your advantage point as the former research officer to the Prime Minister when he sat there, and people realize that when you speak from some level of authority, and we really appreciate you calling to clarify some of the issue that was just ruled a while ago. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right,
Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Okay, all right. We have another caller. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, you check this one over here. Good evening.
Hey, Kingsley, good afternoon.
Hey, Mr. Wynn.
Yes, I have 3 questions for you this afternoon. The first one is with your friend, with the 52 acres of land. You listening to me?
I don't know if I have a friend who has 52 acres of land.
You don't hear about that?
Nah, he would have want to hear.
There's a lot of things you don't hear about, boy. With Jumbo Thomas. I have the paper right down with the price he says for it. But when you check 52 acres of land at 14 cents a square foot, my knowledge and my calculation tell me, it's $31,711,680.
Well, I'll tell you something, right? I'm getting some information from the authorities, and they say that we should desist from having that conversation because they don't want you to say anything about council and make the station get into some jeopardy. So if you wish to, I prefer not to speak on that particular.
Okay, let me go from that one.
Yes.
The next thing now, we're speaking about the port. I could remember when I come from Trinidad, the port, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I came from Trinidad, I worked there. The people them who they do in the port there, the white man them they want pay we $35 a day.
Yes.
But the prime minister passed on now, pass out. He tell them that must pay we 30. Okay?
30 US?
Well, they raise it again with easy money, you know.
Wow.
Well, they start to give we, they pay with 30 for then instead of 30, they pay with 35.
Mm-hmm.
I work and I use the machine mixing thing for them thing in the city. The big machine, concrete and thing.
Yeah.
For them pile in the sea. And to my knowledge now, if they say that the guy, well, I don't know who to believe because I'm hearing some of them supporters saying 225 million US, which I know is 250. This man in the listening shot up on 97.1, he's saying 255 million. But then what I am saying to cut the conversation short, they come there and they make a port already built. And it's 30%. And them go with 60 or 65%.
So
but you ain't telling me that there is something they don't build.
So you don't like the same 30?
Nah. There is something they don't build already. They may have to start from scratch. All they have to do is add on and develop and things like that.
Yes.
If you understand what I'm saying.
No, I
right?
understand what
But
you're
then take that now. I doubt them make anything for the effort to say, well, look now, give me 35, give me 40. They just let it go through. Because remember I've been telling you a time when I was speaking just now about we named it. We beat Sabota Caesar. And Nike been on there now when he tell you, remember he didn't tell me he got 4 pillars?
Yeah.
You remember that right?
Yeah.
When I tell you, so when I call in and I tell him, you tell them down what they can go on the job, you remember telling so?
Yeah.
But that's what's happening now. You know who you got, but I don't know who coming. Some say this belong to a fool. Right? And if people want to take Thomas said, they're balling, you know. If you notice in tongue right now, Gamma Vegans in tongue wearing the leather band and the yellow band them on the hand more than they supported them. Because when you pass crowd by popcorn or whatever the place named it, where they're watching me with bad eye, they're throwing the talk and all in the fish market all about. Now you hardly see them with the band them on the hand. You hardly see them with the yellow jersey. They're grumbling.
So
some grumbling and some talking hard.
So the yellow fade out, the yellow in the cold again?
The yellow go on straight.
Okay.
But me like some red band and me respect, you know.
Yes.
Me got them going all the way.
Yes.
And the other day, I heard you been saying something, you know, and a car back couldn't get him. But the provision us get him. What do you mention my name in that?
What you say?
Huh?
Me hear you say no.
Do what?
You say you heard me saying something and it was not true. What were you saying?
You've been saying that Ralph does get plenty provision.
Oh, people just give Ralph a lot of provision and thing of country.
I know, but I don't go country to down to Friday. I went country and get provision.
Brother man, let me tell you something. I pass up Chapman some days back. I get down to Bushyam and all. I get Tanya, Pumpkin, and I get them because of the reputation my father had with the people in the area. My father had a friend up used to call she Doody, and she was a good friend of my father. And although she's now deceased, her families and sisters still make sure that I get some reward in terms of provision and taniers and yam and planting. So I had some good food for the last couple of weeks from the countryside, you know? And that's good.
Yeah. Look at me partner up there in the Nancy.
Yes.
We got some friends who are going around to get there's all part of the Nancy that and all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes got provision didn't come back down empty.
Okay. Yeah, what I was just saying that last week because Dr. Gonsalves is a countryman.
Are you saying how you know?
No, you know, it wasn't anything bad because let's face facts that people who would carry a hand of banana and hand of this for Ralph Gonsalves because well, let me tell you something, you know. Ralph Gonsalves.
Why people not going bread fruit and thing, game road bread fruit and thing?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Yes.
Because, you know, the guy who just speaking but saying going to Jamaica all about. Ask the guy if you know what he had to go to Jamaica for. He can't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You know Kingsley?
No.
Well, he had to go there for some present or something for some I can't run it now, the brain guy knows.
Okay.
They invite him there for something.
Yes.
So that is what he go there for.
Okay.
You see, some people don't talk because God gave them out to talk, but we don't know what to talk.
Yes. I don't know.
Kelsey, have a good night, you there?
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. 4579997. Let me say good evening to my friend Mary. Hope you call us tonight. I'm not sure if you are in St. Vincent. We have a caller. Good evening.
Hey, Rosa, don't you come back no more. When a man is a good leader, he accepted it over the world. People can't believe in him, with the knowledge and everything. That will happen to that Gonsalves. He's a good leader, and people ain't getting enough time. Only Vincent except any consistency. Only with Vincent she's getting enough time. I make myself a popular. We consider disgraceful all. And that guy is just talking because he been really going off crazy. When you're going off crazy, you're talking anything about the special work, it's pleasant work. You talk about he walk up by he shed. He invested and I'm going to build it. And the government put 30 years. And then 30 years before to make back the money. We want to talk about you work power. Why don't you use the head and understand? And understand what's going on in life. You're just talking things to the man. You don't understand that they're not what we're talking about. They're talking about the work by he shed to develop in that control with a cruise report. And either invest and go and he only for 30 years and they pass it over to the government. And the government going and release it for 30 years. You understand? So therefore you sell out. You guys are never know what they're doing. When one person have no get to power, one person have it hit the road. And development there, program there, and paying this, paying that. Because why? Another thing needs money, but he tell you how he was getting money from Mustic, from Elon and who did like so in Mustic and all that thing. Program we set up. Not like why they know what to turn, what to do, how to move and all that thing, and then the bomb to and not like the children. That every making a choose for him. It will give him chance, you know. Because he's a government that's well formed and can way to progress it and make it into a first world country. Economy going good, people that they work here and there. All kind of jobs put it up out there. People chop and if business going good, everybody going good. A man just come, a man who come campaign and say you're gonna do it better. You're gonna be working with starvation pay. We chop. You know what to turn, you know what to do. Just take off like Gonsalves. You know what to do. Put children to the standstill. And the bomb kind of excuse. Or economy and we have to pay which will be 113%. America GDP was 200%. China GDP was 200 and 300%. Japan and all them places. We don't have to do with Friday. We Friday talk about bills. However, if you want to do something for money, I'm billion one. And I'm privatize nothing here. I put to that thing, I can't want all this kind of places, 99 years and all kind of things before we go back to big things. We're going on with your man. We're going on with your man Friday. And you know, we find a king, the point is a king, because king, they say, you're equal to all concept. Like, it's more like you're equal to not that, like, Tillman was better than you. Tillman was the last about 2 years. You can't be on the because you have king going fire up and everything. Scholarship, education, you have fire. By ending Jimmy Servants, you know, good. With the kind of thing you're going on with that, you can't employ people and subsidize nothing. Because you're boosting up the thing and the economy going, well, the economy running and moving and jumping and jumping and waving. And you just come and just put that, just stop everything, just stop that. And tell us that we're going to wrap up 5 years.
Okay.
Man, you have to do it and the pump and the other guy when they talk about the overseas.
Okay.
We say again, we are getting money.
Okay. Well,
We should talk the same guy we call it.
we get
That guy is property civil to rent out.
yeah, we get
That guy have money. The money people are just president, but he might have money. So when I'm talking queens, I don't know how to talking. Now I don't be talking between the whole I said out thing because bomb head and Friday with the ignorant supporters and them keeping him down together with himself. Have a good day, brother.
Okay, thank you for calling. We seem to have another caller. Good evening, caller. Good evening.
Hello, President. Good night, Kingsley. How are you?
Everything is okay, sir.
Okay, I just I ain't got nothing much to say there, you know. I just listen to your program every week, every Tuesday.
And we appreciate that.
And when I feel like make a little something, I just come in and say something.
Yes.
Anyway, what I'm just saying about is like, you know, the NDP, I think, Ralph Gonsalves do a lot in the country because we make an international airport, he do a lot. Nobody can say that he never do nothing.
Yes.
First class. But he been there for almost 25 years. And NDP managed to get a breakthrough. But at the time when NDP get the breakthrough, it's like not too much money left that he can do all we promise. Everybody else a promise. Ralph was promising a whole lot of people all kind of going on. Some get and some not get. At the same time. Them only did it for 6 months. I mean, what I'm saying, everybody a promise. But when they go there and see the treasury, whatsoever money they have there, is like they can't fulfill all the promise that they made until when they go in.
Yes.
But what I'm listening on Facebook, I watch on Facebook and all that kind of going on there. I mean, to what I heard in, I think they're trying. I heard they fix up too much airport and this and that and area. Some roads, I don't know which part of the road them fit. But I heard them do some road and all that kind of going on. It's just 6 months then, did it? And we don't need to bash them like that because Labour Party been there for 24 years, almost 25 years. And the road then was bad. The airport then was bad. And come on, 6 months, man. We can't bash them like that, man. Let me give them a little break. And let it, at least, give them a year, 2 years, at least. To see what they decide to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're trying. I definitely think they're trying when I heard and, you know, because even Ralph Gonsalves, one of Ralph Gonsalves' son, I heard come on the radio say on Facebook, and I say he not expect they would have do all what they done do already. it surprised him. So, oh God, man, let's go easy on them a little bit. That's 6 months. And that's all I got to say.
Okay, man. Thank you for your call. This man is saying that he thinks his expectation by the NDP will be fulfilled, but he said it's only 6 months since they became the government, and he's asking for Vincent to give them some time. Well, while that might be so, time is consuming, and when you're in opposition, you always say things that you ought not to say. Good evening.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kingley.
Yes, sir.
Long time Shati pick me and call. I calling on behalf of Oscar Allen. Okay?
Oscar Allen.
He left a building in town.
Now you
I
mentioned.
want to name it Oscar Windsor.
Okay, okay.
You listen to me?
Yeah.
And I want to pay some attention. I want to help me campaign for see the people that would inside there. Now with the place run down because Shati picked me a call, right? And you bought me heart, right? It have a musical organization.
Where is place? Where is place located in Paz Avenue?
In Paz,
Okay.
right? Me know how that thing come,
Yes.
right? Sanders couldn't believe the price when they hear, but the people give it. The lady pass it over. She rather get grassroots people, farmers. You understand?
Yes.
Well, due to the banana episode thing, you kind of dancey, but at least the organization doesn't produce abstract food. You read abstract food?
Yeah.
You read abstract food?
Yes, Shati Pete.
Abstract food is like music, sport, art, drama, dancing, all them things, because you know people can't eat them things, you know.
But here's
But they pay money from.
But you know, Shati Pitney, you mentioned the issue of Oscar Allen. You care to comment on the deceased brother, Rennie Cruz?
How you mean a fighting for his legacy? Because that building there, see the driver behind that building?
Yes.
I come into it.
Yes.
That's the legacy. So I campaigning to name the thing Oscar Winfrey.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, because Rennie
Because
was a
when-
part of Winfrey. I agree with you.
Yeah, when that's a struggle building.
Yes.
It helps lift the farmers that thing, but you know how things just go and come with the dole and the cricket and all them kind of thing.
Yes.
So Shati picked me as a man that's produce abstract food,
Yes.
So I help to get them to get the organization inside it. Right? It's an echo and right? And eventually they will charge a whole set of money, right? So me ask them, me tell them, Jim Maloney, Caspar, Oscar John, we want them to charge a grassroots organization all the money.
Yes, yes, yes.
You really do? They charge them $300. Expecting the people them will continue do climate change project, do musical project to elevate the creative industry here and also maintain the building. You understand?
Yes.
But all of a sudden, so it appeared to me that certain people take over the thing to the people who could help. And they had the thing like their own personal business. And the building will go down. And me not like that. So when I say me, and people like you, and all people who concerned about struggle and looking at, remember the work the Oscar do.
Yes.
Must try to maintain the building to ensure in a rotten down.
Yes.
You follow me?
No, definitely I agree with you.
But what happening? People who supposed to know better tell me must let people alone. It have an organization they call Shati pick me the first set of money that they get to look good. me give them a project, climate change, to influence behavior towards climate change. We get $50,000 US, that's $135,000.
Yes.
Me get paid, okay, for work. Me not demand no money for the project writer because they now struggling, they now start and thing. Me expect the people them to say, but wait, that one I run recruits and them students, so we work together. Me carry them there, you know, and me tell them if I cooperate with them, let me, you know, because left a building in town. After me do that, me not so, remember me that grassroots man, me get a political job. So me end up now say me go do some sitcom for climate change because real fun they with them thing, you know. Me organize the thing. Well, when the thing organized, nobody was in the office. So the car come and went and no go. What happened? The people them so appreciate the thing. They call for the thing. Send back in the thing. A fella been working with the Japan climate change thing. He had the office of Peace Mo, post office. The man meet me and tell me the people they send back the thing, people they send back the thing. Well, me pa who does work in been a work with culture, the great tables. He said, Kwame, do the thing, fix up the thing. We fix up the thing, you know. We send the thing. You know, people come here to do the thing. They bring a organization called Chain Communication from Jamaica. When the people them come, the people them son me and change the thing and do something else. When we saw them people that I heard them again, you know, a family concern. I'm organizing name in Jamaica, Stinker Road. Because when the people them come, they come to do this thing. It's been 5, right? The first one they want to deal with is ozone layer. And the style the thing, it was a schoolmate partner of mine. He have a name. So me name the thing Mr. Skubu. You hear that name song in? Let me get touch of the thing. Mr. Skubu hear about news on the radio. He hear about people talk about climate change, about ozone layer. You know ozone, he think a new chicken that come in. You understand?
Yeah.
So the thing was a be ahead. And more thing will follow there, about 5. And when the thing go on now, UNESCO will control the thing on them for about 2 years. And if UNESCO has a thing, you know, climate change, you know, there's a wall, right? You know that wall where they go in. They go put the thing in computer and they go give you Indian language, Japan language, all kind of language. And in 2 years' time, when they done, the thing will come back to the organization. And when it come back, one royalty coming every 6 months, are we going to get royalty because you see all the black lads? Remember class, the shows and all that kind of thing? It's a thing like that. But they say, Saturday, people go look good in town. If they give them that credit, they do the thing. That's not no jokes, you know. They scrap the thing. They take some of the song on them that we've been doing the first one. As they been want equipment, that's how me say, you know. They hook up Saturday, pick me and get the equipment. Up to now, you know, they get 2 big, they get 3 tents, right? At 20 by 20 to 10 by 10. The set that dynamic guys used to have. The all them big shows in the park with Benji. They get them thing there. And you know they have to run them out of peaceful because imagine them are people, all the musicians and them. Certain people, because of the social position, believe them are just control things. When they bring an election, you know, executive, me, well, a grassroots people been a flack for me because you know Saturday pick me could do certain things. Me tell them, me say one of the organization too important, boy. You can mash up the organization, you can change the executive just so. If a man going to work with culture, let the man go. The man who me had in mind to come is a man who used to work with adult recreation. You know about projects. He declined from coming, so another man come. The man win the presidency. Well, that man was a good man because since me been bring the drum on them, about 2 to 3 years, the backside they come and be mash up. The other man and them couldn't put car, nobody put send none for the organization. You know. Soon as the new president come in, when he come in the office, he see the drum and he said, no, them thing have to get a case. The man call immediately. Somebody being up there, they bring down the thing and them, you know. When the man see again, the mixing board that they had, they said that he said that mixing boards are old mixing board outdated. You do the man send and get new mixing board, another mixing board.
Yes.
Me say everybody, me say people that relax and work with the man. The main driver who behind the thing, who actually everybody respect me, respect him too. Because when a man come and tell me his father build it, when it comes to sport and culture, you know, saturate me don't do with party politics. Because all them things are their own politics. You remember they say lack of Shati pick me for football document, you remember that year?
Yeah.
Shati pick me and another fella. Well, would that be a great thing? There's a lack of a man who does vote for Labour and another man who does vote for NDP. You understand what I mean? Because sport and culture are their own politics.
Yes, yes.
I hear some of my real partner in football, you know. We don't vote different, but don't come between we when it comes to football. So where you coming from?
Yeah,
I
man.
say this to say this. I want to cut a long story start, right?
Mm-hmm.
People must ask what happened to them and why they did not call in building and they can't contribute to do nothing to them.
Okay.
Light bill off, water bill off, nothing happening.
Okay.
And why they didn't support the sitcom? Why they don't Shaki and pick me and do the thing? What them only want equipment, musical equipment, when they don't the damn pump? Hey, me suffer, you know. Because when we send out the sitcom, me have been like for them an achievement in the culture department because later some people believe because of grammar school and this and that. They must take you the teacher around. And apparently, me must be offended. That offend can't remind to a farmer minister of culture. And she must be vexed and they must be vexed. So they had the accolades harassing me. So me say, boy, me really present them disciple that it come me send out there and they make an institution and them respect me. We could do we work, develop the musical industry, educate people, educate people on a social event because they have a whole set of grant funding about to deal with community development, to deal with citizen security, but don't talk about climate change and heritage and all that. But you know what happening? Some of them fellas who beat our kind of big grammar school and this and that. At table used to tell them, I don't just come and talk. That man just come with paper, come with things. You know what happening? You ask the fella, what happened to our equipment and then we're going now with them. Like they have some. The man of complaint to telling people, he just feel threatened with Shaki Pitney. A man could only feel threatened by a man if he do the man something wrong, if he do something wrong. That's okay, really?
Okay then. All right.
Yeah, something just less than that.
Yes,
try
okay.
to that for me and try to support to make sure Oscar legacy not go down and rotten.
Okay then. All right.
Okay, my brother?
Right, thanks. Yeah. You have a caller? You have a caller? Hello.
Hey, Kingsley. Good night, my friend.
Hey, Becco, mate. How you doing, man?
Doing wonderful. I know it's been a while.
I haven't heard you for quite some time. Yeah, some people who must be wondering where you are and why you're not calling, but I see you must be outside making some money in your love home.
Well, we have accomplished what we had set out to do, and that was to change the government.
Wow.
So really, there ain't too much to call about, really.
Okay.
But
So there
this is
there's no need to complain. You say as it is.
as of right now.
Mm.
As of right now, no. I mean, your program is a very interesting program. It's one of the best, honestly, one of the better programs we have in St. Vincent.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and I honestly listen to you when you're on.
By the way, somebody did ask for you last week, but you apparently wasn't listening. But somebody did ask for you last week. Yes.
No, I was away doing some stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But thanks to that person.
Yes.
But Kenzie, as I listen to some of the comments, some of them are interested. Very interested, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Yes.
But as I listen to some of these comments tonight, and I have heard some of these same people in the past, when Sir James, a blessed memory, was the Prime Minister. What did they call the Caribbean Board or something like that? That effect?
That's when he used to fly plenty. He used to call him the Caribbean Board. Yeah.
Right. Dr. Gonzalez got there and he has outflown Sir James by so many mileage.
Well, if one were Prime Minister for 17 years and one were Prime Minister for 24 years, it's quite obvious the 24 years one will have more flying mileage, so that shouldn't bother people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to say, because the same people who are crying tonight, because some people are saying, well, Dr. Gonzalez is flying all over. Yes, it may be true that he's not flying under the government's money.
No, I think
but when he was in government, he was using the people of St. Vincent's money to fly all over the world.
Well, that's probably because he used to fly at the expense of the people because he was doing the job for people. But as it is today, he's not flying for Vincentian taxpayers anymore because he no longer has executive authority. He might be in opposition, but he has no executive authority in terms of the governance of the country. So I'm not supporting anybody who's questioning Dr. Gonzalez being here, there, and everywhere, because I think he owned that and he can do that when he figure the opportunity presents.
No, and Kingsley, I'm not condemning his flying habits for what he's flying now, but I'm comparing his habits when he was the Prime Minister, and everybody had so much to say. He was Minister of National Security, and he had to go to different places, just like Major Leacock have to go.
Yes.
Exactly. So I'm not sure where some of these people are coming from. Honestly, it's laughable sometimes.
No, but I agree with you that the responsibility of a Minister of National Security, you have to meet other people here and everywhere, should be a part of what Sinclair Leacock is doing, and I believe it was a part of what Ralph Gonzalez was doing when he was minister. So I don't have any query with Sinclair Leacock going here, there, and everywhere once he put into his job as Minister of National Security.
Absolutely, and he is the head of the regional security forces.
Yes,
so obviously, he have to go place. He have to meet with other people.
Definitely.
And for the person that calls and say for him to do it virtually, sometimes I wonder, as Vincentian, if we're really serious or we just are so politically blinded. I mean, he's the head of the regional security forces. You're going to have meeting by virtually. I mean, come on, young man. I know you're better learned than that,
No, but I agree with you that the nature of the job, it has to be more physical. That way you have to make appearances. And because because the security minister job is a serious job and it must be done by serious person. I think I am supporting Sinclair Leacock as the Minister of National Security.
And me too. I think the major is going to surprise a lot of people because I'm confident that he's going to do a good job. And he's doing a good job. We have to, but one thing I would like to remind our people, the government have just got in office 7 months, not even 7 months yet. And they promise, yes, they make some promises and they're fulfilling some of these promises. Some are taking a little longer, but we have to give them a chance. We have to give them a chance to do their job.
I think most Vincent should realize that they have to give the new government a chance to see how they perform in the time period of the limitation of the job. But for those persons who are making frustrated demands, I think it's really unfair.
It is unfair. It is very unfair for government to be in office for 7 months and all these naysayers and hypocrites, I call them. I listen to Mr. Wayne. Sometimes he's a comedian, I think. Sometimes I'm serious because he is talking about, instead of getting 30%, just should get 70%. Mr. Wayne, do you really understand how business works?
I don't think he understands the nature of that business. So that is why I didn't prolong the discussion, because I don't think that Mr. Wayne and them could only see as far as Ralph Gonsalves and the European politics, and anything the NDP do, they will question it. So,
and they're speaking from what they heard on the radio.
Yes.
And my final comment, because I know you have a packed program tonight, you have a really good program. Dr. Rajat Makri, he is an outstanding scholar. And he's far more qualified than anyone that was in Canada, who was even before him. He's by far more qualified to be there, to be in that council.
But here's something, Becker mate. I made some inquiry when I heard that person get the job, and I checked. Macaulay Peters. You know Macaulay Peters? And Macaulay,
yes, I know Macaulay very well.
Yeah, Macaulay, he gave me a fly-by-night, and he gave me some comments that I understand the importance of that appointment. What I said earlier, I wanted my cousin to be the person, but they say this young man is qualified, and we should support him in terms of his appointment.
He's an outstanding young man, and we talk about coming from the bowels of poor people. Yes. He's testimony to that. His family was not rich, but they built themselves, and he gets there and he built himself. And for anyone to try to cast doubt on his appointment, I found that to be ludicrous. He's equally and more qualified than anyone who held that position before. And I would commend the NP and Mr. Bramble and Dr. Friday for appointing him to that position. I know he's going to do well. He's a young man that I know very well, and I know he's going to do well. Yes.
Yes.
But can we have a good night, Kamal? I apologize for not saying hello earlier. Good night to my friend Anta and Kamal. And Kamal, I'm still listening out for your music. I'm not sure if you have anything on the market yet, but I'm still looking up.
Next year.
Yeah, okay. Have a blessed night, guys.
Okay,
great program, Kingsley.
Thank you.
Great
All
program.
right.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Kingsley,
Hey.
we are now when you hear people speaking like your partner Beckwith mate did. Beckwith mate and them have what it is. I ever tell you that the government should get 70%? Huh? You understand me?
No, I can't comment on what you say because I didn't listen.
I tell you the government should get 35 to 40%. That is what I say.
Oh, okay.
But Beckwith mate and them, Beckwith mate, we say all the cancer on the whim. So then he don't care nothing about nobody. Because he belongs to Beckwith where he belongs to. So that's why he's saying that. Because like I can then go and every time I go where the begging body come back here having a conference.
all the way the Lakers and them going. You ever heard of a conference? The Prime Minister from back where they know he Friday, he go with sometime they must take after 10 minutes, 15 minutes conference. Then it's conference? Let us learn the lesson well, man.
Okay then. All right, Mr. Wynn. Thanks for calling. Yes. 4579997 is 27 minutes, 30 seconds after 9 o'clock. Let's take our first break that we haven't taken one since 8 o'clock, and we will be right back.
It's Feedback with host Kingsley DeFreitas. This and every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. for 2 full hours, right here on WeFM 99.9. Join him as he brings different guests weekly on this informative and interactive program. It's Feedback. To be a part of the Feedback program, call us at 457-9997 or send us a WhatsApp at 457-9997. It's Feedback.
Whatever you are celebrating, birthdays, anniversaries, engagements, retirement, or just celebrating life, the place to be is at Basil's Bar Kingstown. Established for over 38 years, we are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with an exquisite ambiance. We have a set menu and 3 a la carte menus to choose from, and we are flexible to all requests. We go above and beyond to serve you. Basil's Bar Kingstown, where it's more than just a meal, it's an adventure. Call for reservations at 457-2713.
29 minutes, 30 seconds after 9 o'clock. 457-9997, 532-9997 to be a part of tonight's program. And we leave here at approximately 10 minutes before 10 o'clock because we have to go and get ourselves prepared for the under-day job tomorrow, where lots of people should be start coming to St. Vincent and Grenadines between tomorrow and next week to celebrate our carnival. I'm expecting that whenever people come and they hear me, they will. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. DeFreitas. How are you, sir? Good evening, Kamal. Bekumi, I just called to say good night to you. Thanks for the greetings. I know a lot of people has been wondering where I am. Some knew and some don't know. I was hospitalized since the 11th of April.
Wow.
I fell in my apartment and I hit my head. My brain was bleeding, but I'm as good as expected to be. My final CT scan came back yesterday, and nothing else is there. So we'll be going home on Thursday. And thanks for all the greetings from everybody, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Good evening. Kamal, you're probably wondering you weren't hearing me. I don't think you know. So I'm telling everybody now, I wanted to make sure that everything was okay before I announce it on radio.
So I actually blamed the wrong reason then.
Because somebody met me yesterday, Gloria met me yesterday, and Gloria asked me. I told Gloria that I have not been hearing from you for quite some time, but it's good that Beckham could draw you out and you could come and let them know that you won't good, but you're better off today because of the services that you get from the department that provided for you. So I'm glad that you're okay.
I did tell the girls, but I told them wasn't to broadcast it because the doctors wanted me to stay off the phone as much as possible. And I know everybody will be calling. But Kingsley, you can't say you didn't hear from me. Don't blame me. You know what went down, so don't blame me. You said your piece on radio a couple of months ago, and I said mine. You got angry. I called you 3 times after that, and you didn't answer. Am I lying?
Can't recall what you're talking about.
Let me save her tonight now. Make a phone call tomorrow.
No. You are safe. We know. Well, he blocked me, so I'm gonna call the phone again. No,
you see, I'm trying to save all of that. Make the phone call tomorrow.
Well, you hear from your friend Anta. It's okay. Mary and know that she's okay.
Anita, it's nice to
and
know that you're
Gora asked about you.
It's said to become. Mary and I talk every day. Mary is still in St. Vincent. I just got off the phone with her. Okay, so you take care. Kamal, you really said, I still love the man like you cook food. You understand what I'm saying? But you like to criticize and you can't take it. But it's my friend.
You wouldn't take my advice and call him man tomorrow. Make a step so.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Gora, you
last
could call. Gora could call.
Listen, I listen to him all the time, come when he want to show what I just sit there and I laugh. He said to somebody last week, oh, my radio from a car walking. And boy, I could have get one from Canada, Canada blocked me because, one day is it come, go by your business, get home safe, come on, you'll hear me on Sunday, okay? Good night. Good night, Becky. Thanks for the greetings. Have a good one. Come on, take care.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So that's Mary and Gora, who do the business in the George Market in the.
You have a caller.
We seem to have a caller. Good evening, caller.
Good night, Kingsley.
Hey, good evening.
International.
Hey, how are you doing?
International.
Yeah.
I'm all right, my brother. Kingsley, I think a lot of our people are failing to take into consideration the economic condition of St. Vincent and the Grenadines without any actually productive sector.
But let me ask you something. Have you been impressed with the Minister of Agriculture so far? Because you're being dubbed the agriculture ambassador.
Well, no, I used to work before over 10 years. I work with the agriculture department, so I have a lot of knowledge about the agriculture. Yes, I'm impressed because when I hear you talk about you went up into the countryside and you get a lot of provision, well, it shows me that they are doing a lot of farming. But what I would like to see now next on the list is that people need us to all those roads that people call it accessible to the farm. I want to see those things worked and to improve the agriculture output in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yeah, but I did say to the Minister of Agriculture and I remind him that he made that promises and we hope that he will do good on his promises and make sure some of the feeder roads are being repaired.
Yes, of course. I'm with you on that 100%. Because farmers need access to the land and as you say, if you don't have access, you can't produce, and if you don't have good road, you can't take out.
Yes. No, I know what you say because I have a piece of land that I'm closely affiliated with a place called Conwell. It used to be owned by my grandmother, and get to there is a little bit difficult because it is surrounded by other persons' land. So we hope but I did get some arrangements put in place by the former minister who saw the country supposed to Caesar. But today I'm not too sure if Mr. Bruce is making an effort to make sure.
Yes, man. All it takes is dialogue, man. I think all we need is dialogue, and I think we have a government now in place who are willing to give a listening ear to the people. But based on the economic conditions in Vincent, now for tourism to improve in St. Vincent, Kingsley, you and I know, I don't know if anything changed. Most of the time, the tourist ship could not have backed up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If there was a boat in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, like a peace boat from my knowing, that's back in the day, or Saguenay, a tourist ship couldn't come in.
Yeah.
They used to have to dock outside. So now for our tourism to improve, we need to have a modern port facility so that we could at least dock at least 3 ships on any given day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now you need modernization. The government cannot afford to borrow loans anymore because St. Vincent right up, we are up to our neck in loan, and we don't want to borrow loan where the government, the country output, it can't meet the loan repayment. You got to balance that. So I think that is one of the reasons why the government looking to find a willing partner who is willing to invest with them. Now, as I said, there's a memorandum of understanding. Now, everything will leave in the detail to see how much it would work out, where the interests of the country and our people
Yes.
will be best solved. How many percentage? Because I know Kingsley from morning is a man, you like to make an investment in the development of your country. We had that dialogue from way back when the airport was building.
Yeah.
We was on the same page, and we never missed the building of the airport with Miss Richardson. So I'm saying now, the government approach of looking for partner. You look for partner because you cannot borrow loan. Vincent can know that. We cannot afford to get any more loan to put ourselves more in debt. I'm showing you, under good auditing, our country national debt is about $4.5 billion. I'm telling you. And when we get to that 3 point something, those are rough estimates. And then we have to partner now so that we could modernize the port. Meanwhile, we are modernizing the port now. You got to deal with the infrastructure of the country. Now, the issue with Braxton now getting those gravel, I see a good way now that they could get import the liquid petroleum tar, get somewhere a place that you could mix the tar with the refined gravel from Roseau in Richmond, or whether they would get it from in Raboka, and they could resurface the road. Remember the last government, Mr. Francis, they're telling us, but you have a zipper, and they're going to go through this rapid road construction where he's going to refurbish the road. We never see it happen. I came home last year, January, Kingsley, and to be honest with you, the road was a mess. You and I know Kingsley, there are certain places in St. Vincent that was meant for two-way traffic. People use that to make garage. Park the car on the outside.
No, but you're right, because it have a guy in Stubbs. He made some threatening word to me, because when I pass down there, I normally say to people, this man is fixing air-conditioned vehicle in the road, and the man gets upset. And you're right, people are abusing their privilege because of their party, they're affiliated. You can't do those things.
You can't do those things, but the road, if it's a two-way traffic, people have to go past. People can't afford to back up. Kingsley, most of the time, our roads is, you slip, and a wheel go over, you're gone over.
You're gone over, people don't realize that, yeah. But people expecting,
you cannot do that.
People expecting to personal, man. People want you to support their
No, because people wanna follow law and order, man.
Yeah.
Law and order is in any developing country. You have to follow law and order.
Yes.
It is not that do what you like based on the party in power. You cannot do that.
You could imagine the road from the E.T. Joshua Airport to Argyle, it is being used regularly because of the amount of traffic on the road. But people want to fix cars in the road. People park up.
You cannot do that.
I know of a former cricketer brother who has a vehicle parked in Stubbs on the road. And when you tell them that if exporting people have to use their common sense. You just can't park your vehicle anywhere.
I recommend the government get a tow truck and take them up, pound them in a place and let them pay a fine.
No, I agree with you. Something needs to be done.
You're not supposed to do that. Plain and simple. I don't care a party you support. You are not supposed to do that. The road support, and Kingsley, another thing again. You and I know, driving in the night, when you reach certain age, it will get red.
Yeah,
because the vehicle lights now. Now only days of people. Now only days when people so dim light anymore. These lights so bright, and these SUV kids when you drive in a car. Remember, you're more down on the ground and a man with a higher vehicle now. He's up in the air, so he is spotting right in your eyes. And if you don't dim the light, you're in serious trouble.
Yes, that is why my friend Franklin said, "But don't drive anymore," because you see people abuse the bright lights on the road too much.
Yes, you got to stop. So in America here, certain vehicle. You cannot have bright lights. You cannot.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to drive in the center of the lane, because if you go more to the edge where the incoming cars hit in you can hit the divider.
Yes.
So these are the things that we have to think.
But let me ask you something before you go. Let me ask you something. You used to be communicating with me since the cross-country radio station was excellent.
Long time, yeah, man. Long time. We are with a lot.
I've been paying attention to you. How are you impressed so far with the new government? Or you think they should be given some more time?
Well, for the time that they're doing, I think they are doing good jobs. And as I say, let's look at it, Kingsley, look at it as a farmer, maybe you're a car. There are certain times you got to take care of your brakes. You got to do your oil change if you want your vehicle to run properly.
Yes.
Now, the government is in the process of putting certain things in place in order to get a good economic takeoff, a good foundation. And I would not be one to say that the ULP government didn't do anything. And I'm telling you, based on the ULP, I always say that I impressed with taking the issue of building the Argyle Airport, even though we never get luck. And my issue, me and your issue was always centered around the accountability process of it.
Yes.
Not building it, but it's accountable for the money that is being put into it and for it is being spent. That was our issue. We never have nothing about saying we don't want it or we are against it.
Yes.
But now I think the government is doing a good job. They are identifying good areas and getting certain things like the gravel, the agriculture approach, the tourism approach. We are approaching it good, man. And I'm telling you, the whole thing about government is to economically empower the people. Because if no tourists come in the country, based on the infrastructure being upgraded, towards the port, Kingsley, you will be more economically empowered. You understand?
Definitely.
Because more tourists will come.
Yes.
But more little small mall would be more small would be set up. People who do a bit of vending. You know, you could find areas for them so that tourists could buy the crafts and all those things. It would be an economic activity and service based on the infrastructure that this new government is putting in place. And I could say for right now, they are doing a good job. Very good job. For just for 7 months now.
Yeah, about that.
And the Beko Airport. I see a picture of it and they are already refurbished it.
Yeah, they did some major work there. It's
really good because I always say that the Grenadines, tourism in the Grenadines,
is important.
It is really need to a serious upgrading.
Yes,
the Beko Airport
and to be fair with you, I noticed that some persons are assigned to the Argyle Airport. They had that assignment before Dr. Gonsalves lost his office as Prime Minister, but I noticed that the new Minister of National Security and the Minister of Tourism being at the airport recently and they being accompanied by the persons who are assigned. Because let me tell you something, Carla. When you have a flight land at 2:35, one land at 2:30, between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, there are 4 flights on the airport and they all with over 100 and something people. I agree that there needs for us to do something with the arrival area. I know that the immigration and customs are trying to be efficient. But let me tell you something. When you see you're trying to be efficient and you're not doing your job as what you're supposed to do because you want these people to come through the customs area as quick as possible, then there's when hanky-panky could go on. So I agree with you that the government is trying to put things in place to be more accommodated. And I'm expecting a lot of Vincentian to be coming home for Carnival because I think that the Carnival product will be, I'm expecting nothing but the best from Rodney Small. He's been around for a while and I think his experience will be...
Yes. Experience is the best teacher. And I think if you're doing something for a period of time, you're supposed to only get better at it.
No, but I'm not a friend of Rodney Small, but I'll be honest with you. I think that his heart is in the right place. And once he's given the support, we will see a product of Dincy Mars 2026, 2027 better than what we got last year. So from that standpoint, I am supporting Rodney Small effort. with CDC.
And one thing we want to, before I go to that other corner, Kingsley, I want to see a serious, you see, in all those Grenadines Island that is populated and they have 6 towns in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to see each town in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, whether it be Carliacqua, Georgetown, Beckwith. I want to see a real modern healthcare facility. The only thing that people should come to Kingston from the Grenadines to do is major surgery. Major surgery. But in certain areas in the Grenadines, you're supposed to be able to take care of basic health care.
Yes.
If the doctor recommend that you need some major, then you come to the mainland to go at the modern hospital, the building. Certain surgery is supposed to be able to take care of in our village, in our towns, whether it be Chateaubriand or something. Healthcare, because if tourism is after really play an important role in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, healthcare got to be top priority.
No, you're right. And I have not been hearing very much from the Honorable Minister of Health. I am only suggesting that he's concentrated on his responsibility as Minister of Health. And if that is the case,
yes,
we will see a better health care service.
He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job because I follow him, and then his approach with I see him making some issues the other day with getting people to donate blood, because if you're into the process of giving blood, it means that you are trying to facilitate people getting proper surgery, doing operation and all those things. His approach is right.
No, I agree with you. I think his approach is right, because I know of an individual who worked at the airport and did some operation recently, and the problem that they had was to get blood for him, but I understand that they got the blood, so the effort has been doing well. So I think that the Minister of Health, while he used to be complaining about health, he's more intimately involved with it, and he understands the dynamics, and he knows the importance of healthcare, as you say, to complement the tourism industry. So that is good.
So let me hear the people talk. But Kingsley, let me make this pitch. I'm calling on every Vincentian. Don't be afraid to donate blood. Donating blood maybe twice a week or twice a month is healthy to your body.
Yeah.
I don't do it much, but you know, it's a good thing for you to do. It gives the body a chance to actually revigorate itself.
Yes.
To get fresh blood back into your system.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So donating blood have its health benefit. It's like doing oil change. Donate blood.
Yes.
Help our hospital, help our healthcare system. Kingsley, nice dialoguing with you, my brother, and you're doing a very good job.
And thanks for calling. We appreciate you. Yeah. 10 minutes, 30 seconds on to 10 o'clock in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and tonight's program is Feedback. It is currently sponsored. You are our final caller.
Yeah, the Freitas, good night.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, man, good program.
Thank you, man.
But me disappointed with the second caller, though.
What's the second caller?
Yeah. The second caller, that woman, they just love to criticize.
Who you be?
Anyway, have good night and get home safe.
Okay, thank you for your support, man.
Back with me.
Okay, yeah. All right, okay.
That's it.
So,
you want no?
You want it? Be waiting for a while? Okay, let's go.
I don't know.
You are our final caller?
Final. Oh, he's on already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good night, anytime. What do your voice? I hope you.
She says she's doing much better.
Because I hear for a while, and she's well.
Yes.
Good listener, I always into her, so.
Well, she
so happy that you know her voice.
Yeah, I had a reason why she was called. I think she was lovesick, but she said she was.
No, you don't want to go to that. She don't explain exactly what happened.
But she says she's much better off. And I thank
and I'm glad to hear her voice, because I listen to her a lot.
Yeah.
She can call me radio. She Mr. Weeks, I always pay attention to.
Yes.
But you see, Mikey Brown sometimes, Mikey Brown in America, but he just give it easy PRO for the NDP.
Mikey Brown?
Yeah, the guy who called a while ago, easy PRO.
Oh, me know his name, but I know him. He used to be calling me when he used to be working by Ministry of Agriculture. I know when I had the program across country, really.
How much years ago? How much years ago we talking about?
A long time ago.
That's from something years ago.
Yeah.
Like we can say this go cheat people to do agriculture or stop in America from one dictator or any picture do the things. You know?
Well, he had a right for share his opinion. And once he opinion that,
I understand that, but his opinion he's talking about it back in the days, not now.
Okay.
You know, it's not now. The young people are not in the agriculture like how we think Vincent should go back into agriculture. You understand? So when he should go down there and show them what he knows and see how much of them he will get to join him in that.
Well,
he's always talking. I listen to him all the time, but sometimes he just go too far with what NDP to do. And he don't realize a political party is not like how he thinks it should be. Because 10 Americans want to dictate how Vincent should do things. It's not the same.
Okay, man.
You understand? Because he's not hitting the ground back up. He's not hitting the ground, you know. He's not going to plan nothing, you know.
He's not going to plant anything?
No, because in America, how you go plant?
You might be surprised.
Banana?
You might be surprised. Yes, somebody who work in lands with him here and give them some technical advice, and they should be benefiting from that.
Like they need to slow down. Somebody need to slow in America need to slow down.
Yeah, anyhow.
With the anything on the party,
yes.
As with the promise, and we see what happens.
Yes. Okay then, well, thank you. Yeah, we go home now.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 minutes, 30 seconds on to 10 o'clock. That's the time that we are taking to step to the rear and get out of here. That was Randy DD Caribbean Recipe. And you will always be my friend. That was from Glenn Jackson and Panay Campbell DVC. We see you next week once God allow it. I'll have a great evening. Thanks for being here. I gone.
Whatever you are celebrating, birthdays, anniversaries,